40-foot container truck has crushed a commercial tricycle in the Ijora Seven-Up area of Lagos, killing a police officer and a female passenger. The incident occurred Tuesday morning when the truck lost control while maneuvering under the Ijora Bridge. The truck overturned on the tricycle, instantly killing 2 occupants. Their bodies were later recovered by emergency responders, with the officers' remains transferred to a morgue and the female victim's body collected by her relatives. 2 other passengers, including the tricycle operator, were rescued alive but suffered severe leg fractures. They were rushed to Jamsam Hospital for urgent medical attention. The presence of security operatives at the scene prevented angry youths from setting the truck ablaze. Officials also worked to clear the wreckage and restore normal traffic flow in the area. The head of the State Traffic Agency expressed condolences to the families of the victims and prayed for the recovery of the injured. He commended emergency responders for their quick action in preventing further loss of life. Authorities have again warned truck drivers to exercise extreme caution, especially on bridges and congested roads, stressing that negligence and poor vehicle maintenance remain major causes of recurring container accidents across Lagos. So, this particular report, I want to hear your thoughts on it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it as regards both of us. We took our bath this morning from our apartments. We said our prayers. We got dressed. You look very handsome. And you left your house, commuting down to the studio for Society Watch. This particular story could have been anybody. It could have been me this morning, all dressed up, putting on my makeup, coming for the show. What am I even saying? Last week, the fire at Afri Land Tower in Lagos, people had taken their bath. Somebody left her 4-month-old baby, went to work, and she was involved in the accident, and she lost her life. I mean, the recklessness, when you think about it, what are your thoughts on this report?
In the law, ignorance is not an excuse.
Right.
And the part of, what is really pertaining in the Nigerian society, our quest for irrelevancy has made us lose focus for what should be paramount in the society. The Road Safety Agency, they are trying, but they should do more. They should do more in the sense that these vehicles should be some level of check on them. The road safety should not be only concerned about commercial vehicles like motorcycles, maybe 4-wheel drives and all that. They should be concerned about trucks and all that. Most of these trucks, they don't have brakes. Let's be factual about our society. They don't have brakes, and if you watch, so most of them, these vehicles are outdated, and some of them needs to be revamped, restructured, refurbished before coming to apply on our major roads. So now, look at what has happened. These persons left the comfort of their homes. Right. They were going to source for their daily bread and all that, just for them not to come back because of one man's negligence, or maybe one man who, on his own, I don't know what must have fermented this menace, maybe out of maybe drug and all that, decided to take himself to purchase drugs so he can be on the high side of the vehicle, and has taken lives. Right. So that's why I say the government and the government and the road safety agency should be more proactive to issues like this. So this does not, let it not be. We are tired of having having reoccurrence of same thing happening repeatedly, right? Whereby we keep saying a thing, and when we talk about it, it's happening in setting A, it's still repeating in setting B, still repeating in setting C, different milieu and different locations, and we are still no. We should hit above this, and also on the part of our roads should be very much motorable. And after these days, I don't see the caution sign whereby we have driving limits. These days, we don't see them on our on our roads. Whereby, and in the African setting, let me say, in Nigerian context, Nigerian situation, there is no atom of understanding from the motorists concerning zebra crossing. So all these things also mean happens to do so, and there's no most of our traffic lights are not functional, and most of the persons on the street, the agencies are not. There's not really enforcement of laws. There's not really enforcement of caution sign on the street, and we are just. I don't want to use the word walking like sheep without shepherd, but that's how we are doing in the society. So this part, it beats my imagination that we have a recurrence of death and all these fatal accidents coming up from just what should be curbed, what should not happen.
Right.
Yes, we know when it comes to issue of life and death, it's in the hands of the Almighty God, this supreme being. But we as humans, we can reduce some level of death by our own self. So this is coming to play that a casual driver from his own a vehicle, a truck driver, will just hit up and kill.
Now you know that when you see these giant trucks that carry on these containers, 40-feet container, that sounds like a very big container. Now, the containers are supposed to be lashed to these trucks in a way, right? They're supposed to be lashed to the trucks, but I have seen a number of trucks, and even quite recently, if I say so, that did not have the lash. I did see that on Friday, a truck that did not have a lash, and we were driving by the truck, and I kept telling the driver, this truck does not have a lash. I don't want you close to this truck, right? You talked about the road structure, and the road, where we were headed, I and the driver, it was actually a very bumpy, bad road, right? I want us to talk about the internal structure, the agencies that should go around these companies implementing the safety network within. This truck might not even be the truck of the driver. It might be a truck that probably belongs to maybe a logistics company, I mean, don't we have the systems in place where, I'm talking about the companies, don't they have internal structures where they evaluate why is this truck not lashed? Why isn't this working? Then government officials that are meant to come out to say, you don't have ABCD, we are shutting this operation down till you have that. Do you think we have such systems functioning and we still have this sort of crisis?
Our society is too porous that most of the things that should be necessary, we overlook them. Now, on my way coming here, I saw a truck, the Roma truck, that was along this Obrikuri road, was just virtually just crossing, and it's spoiled there, and there was no sign, there was no caution sign. So in my heart, I was like, wish if this happens in the night, a car can just run through it. So I said, a big truck like this just crosses the road, and there's no caution sign, and the drivers and the workers around it, they don't care about this, and there's no atom of repair going on. As I'm talking to you, the car is still parked and abandoned, recklessly abandoned, for only God knows for how long. And those days in Nigeria, we had some level whereby there is a stipulated time that your vehicle should be on the road. If it's a truck should not be spoiled on the road for over 6 hours. So I'll tell you for free that some trucks will be spoiled on the road for over 14 working days, 7 working days. It will be on the discretion of the driver or the truck owner to say, okay, this truck is ought to be working for me, to be any more money for me. Then they will now go for repair. If not, there's no concern. So that part, and the part of companies, logistical companies, they are concerned about on their gates. They will say no seat belt, no entering, and they will now say driving limit into their premises. That's what they are concerned. No, this Nigerian society, we have gone past that level where you're concerned about yourself. You should be concerned about the next person. You should be concerned about the society. You should be concerned about what you give to the society. Now, in the sense that you should not be concerned about your premises. You're concerned about what your drivers are doing when they're outside. Exactly. There should be a check and balance from you, the owner of the vehicle, coming at a certain time to know how my driver.
How do we enforce this?
So that's why I say the government and a law enforcement agency should be proactive. The road safety, I'm still hitting on the road safety agency. They are not They are not shallow on this. They are not being left out. The government and the road safety agencies should be proactive in the sense that they should be concerned about as these persons are driving, at what limits are they driving. As I'm talking to you, most of the times it's this my imagination. My mind skips, my heart skips, whereby I see these drivers when they are driving close to marketplaces, close to schools, and when you see some children crossing and you see how they walk by, I said, God. And sometimes I feel, what if accidents like this happen? So in Nigeria, we should not live our lives on the hands of God only. We should also be concerned on how we live. Yes, we know God is omniscient. He's concerned about our life and death, but we should also be concerned about how we'll move intermittently.
When you talk about government, what role do you think government should play other than road safety? Do you think, enforcement with these bodies, when these things happen, who takes the fall? This has happened in Lagos just now, and we're talking about it this morning. In 2 weeks, everybody moves away from this discussion. There is no follow-up as regards, this is what's now happened with this person. So this company that has done this, we've decided to shut them down. If you remember when a child died in a school, I think Dowen College in Lagos State government did shut down that school for a while to conduct an investigation, even though, they reopened again. Do you think that such stringent practices is going to get these companies acting better than they currently do?
Authority, our concern is that what is good for the good will be good for the gender.
Right.
Now, what I mean is this. If company A, whether company A is a small company, is a big company, and has erred,
right,
should be shut down for a period of time, so they can come back to their senses. They can come back to their status quo, to what before operating. Now, we should not say, because company A is on our side, company A is being owned by one of our politicians, or by one of our cadre, or by one of our own. So for that reason, we should sweep it.
So social strata shouldn't count.
Social should not count.
Right.
Social should not account in this. Whether class should not. Class should not count. Whether it is an oil servicing company, whether it is whatever company it is that has erred, whether it's a renowned company, we should be what? Strict in our judgments. Right. So that by the time 2 to 3 to 4 companies have been shut down, no matter their tax, the level of tax that they pay, to be shut down, we should not be concerned about their workers. Yes, for sure. And while shutting down, there should be some level of terms and conditions.
Right.
Some level of memorandum of understanding. The government should say, we are shutting your company down for the number of 6 months per se, while you pay your workers, whether they work or not, because it is not their fault. It is your fault as a company for not adhering to this. So for that reason, we are shutting them down. So you pay your workers for this number of days. Why this serves as a detriment, because something must leave you as a detriment. Why you will be called upon. That's on that. So when things like this happen, so some people, the workers will not say they are going out to protest. They say, our company will be shut down. How do we feed our families? No, this should be from the coffers of the company should bear the loss for this period of time.
Right.
I know that why they'll be
restructuring.
So it should not be you say you're shutting them down for 3 months, for 6 months, and maybe in the matter of 2 days you're now calling them back. So they will not learn. So there should be an avenue for
disciplinary actions.
Right. And you learn, you relearn, you unlearn. Right. So when you learn all this, and learning should not be just a pleasuring atmosphere. It should be what? It should be what? It should cost one something. It should be some level of sacrifice.
Right.
Thank you.